What's up, Sooner Nation? Welcome to the Sooner Surge podcast that tells it like it is. Happy Monday, everyone. I want to start with Anthony's comment because just shout out to Anthony. He reached out to us through email. He's talking about being able to comment on the chat or on videos. It looks like he is in the comment section tonight, so appreciate you being with us. Yeah, there's been a lot of crying. There's no crying in baseball or on the Surge.
This is football.
We had the graphic ready. I just couldn't do it.
I couldn't do it. I didn't want to make
anyone. Didn't want to offend anyone.
Didn't want anybody to not watch the show. Is today actually the first day of fall? Is it really? I like it. That's cool.
I'm assuming Sooner fan is correct, Jay.
By the way, bad storms apparently coming in early in the morning. Have you?
Yeah, we got a chance early for some hail.
Yeah, it's supposed to be pretty gnarly and nasty, I think, in the morning. Yeah, what's up, everyone? Today's Monday. Is it only Monday? Jeez.
Yep, just Monday, Jay.
Monday,
and it's a bye week.
Of a bye week. Yeah. So, I love bye weeks because you get guys healthy, and then on the weekend when you don't have your team playing, you can kind of just enjoy football, not have anything else going on. But I also hate it for the fact that it's a bye week and your team's not playing. But here's what I want to say, and I said this earlier this year, Jerm. This schedule for Oklahoma, yeah, it's a tough schedule, but the way it's set up is really good for Oklahoma. And the fact that I don't like a bye week and then Texas. Like I like a bye week and then you go play somebody you know you're going to beat, and you can kind of get back in a rhythm before you play a big-time team. I think it's
right, Jay, they also go to Bama and Tennessee back-to-back. It's not ideal.
No, I'm just saying with the bye week, and then they have another bye week, I believe, is after Alabama or after Tennessee, one of the two. But
yeah, I mean, there's been a lot of talk nationally about, the Heisman a little bit. There's been talk about the illegal play, like nothing changes what happened. So I don't really want to waste it. Anthony, I responded last night to you. I appreciate you reaching out.
Yeah, it's a big weekend. And let me just say this. If you're a golf fan, you also got Ryder Cup. And did you watch the video they put out today?
No, actually I didn't, Jay.
I'll text it to you later. It was great. It got me.
Was it Keegan Bradley that put it out?
It was the whole team, but it was Ryder Cup USA put it out. It was pretty cool video, man. Hey, by the way, Texas, they play Florida in a couple weeks.
I'm interested to see.
Lagway's in the boot right
now. That's good news for Florida. It's really good news for Florida. It's bad news if you're a Texas fan. DJ Lagway has been bad.
Yeah, and 918. We're going to find out this week about certain teams. In particular, I think out of those three games, maybe the one I'm looking forward to the most, LSU Ole Miss, because
that's at LSU though, isn't it?
I thought it was at Ole Miss, Jerm.
Oh, is it?
I think it's at Ole Miss. So I'm intrigued to see what Ole Miss does there. I don't know if it's true or not, but I saw something where Lane Kiffin's daughter is dating LSU's Weeks or whatever. Is that? I don't know if that's true or not, but it's weird.
That'll be interesting.
Yeah.
Mr. John, I agree the offense has got to be better, especially I think more two-dimensional. And look, you're going to have Mateer coming off 2 weeks where, look, my hope is, and this is personal, okay? And Jay, you're going to rip me in a minute because I probably shouldn't even bring it up. But personally, I want to see Giovanni Gibson against Kent State. Okay, I want to see him get reps and just see what he's got.
Oh, I'm with you.
Wait. Let me finish before you come at me because I know you're about to. Secondly, I want to see Ott next, Rob.
Well, I don't know if you'll see it, but I mean,
I want to see. I want to see guys get a chance, maybe 10 carries each, just to see.
Hey, Sooner Thrawn, I'm glad you brought it up. We are going to talk about this, so let's just talk about it right now. It was leaked today. That those are OU's 3 opponents: Ole Miss, Missouri, and Texas. Sooner Thrawn says he likes it. What do you guys think?
I like Hottie Toddy.
Here's the thing. Tomorrow, Jerm, the whole 9-game schedule is released. So we'll know tomorrow who OU plays. But think about this. You got Ole Miss, Missouri, Texas. You would have to think that you're going to get Vandy and Mississippi State in the next round, right? Because you haven't played them yet.
Yeah, I would think those would be 2 of them, Jay.
In Florida, you haven't played Florida.
You could get Georgia, though.
You'd get. I think we can go ahead and pretty much tell you the schedule. I'm going to try to do this. Ole Miss, Missouri, Texas.
Okay.
Florida.
Georgia.
Vandy,
Kentucky.
Mississippi State, Kentucky, and Arkansas.
I'm with you, Jay.
I think that's the 9.
I'm with you.
That's the 19.
Hey, Sooner fan, bad take. It's not ironic. In fact, he was on the post-game live after they lost. And then on OU's pregame live, he was on.
Yeah, he's just under the weather.
He's not faking sickness because OSU lost. He's been ripping them.
And maybe it will be a complete reset, and maybe they will. A&M.
What about A&M?
A&M would be in there probably. So,
I'd love to get A&M instead of Georgia.
I just think OU's definitely going to get Georgia because they haven't played him. I think they're definitely going to get probably A&M. They may not get Arkansas, which would suck because I'd like to see them go to Fayetteville. But I don't know. It'll be interesting tomorrow to see what happens. I do not like the pod. I'm with Corks. I think Cork said it's trash pod or whatever. I'm not a big fan of it. I'm not a big fan of it either, Corks. But I'll say this. I will give SEC credit. If you go look at every team, this pod, I think it was pretty fair. I don't see anybody just getting screwed out of the pods with having to play a real, like 3 real. I think it was pretty fair. And maybe that's why they gave OU Ole Miss and not LSU or I don't know. I don't know. I think it was pretty fair, to be honest.
I don't see a world where next year's is going to be harder than this year's because Bama, to me, Bama, Tennessee, like LSU, I just don't see that it's going to be worse than that.
What is Tennessee's pod? I don't have it in front of me.
I don't have it in front of me either, Jay. Probably Kentucky. Jay, did you see this? I don't know that.
What do y'all this of the Handy interview today? I don't know what that is.
I don't know. What are you talking about? Hardy?
So they get Alabama, Kentucky, and Vandy? Alabama's not an easy.
No, but the other 2, Jay.
The other 2, yeah. Vandy's kind of a rival for them, though, isn't it?
Both of those are in Tennessee, Jay. They're right by Tennessee. Kentucky's kind of a rival.
OU's real close to Missouri and Texas.
Well, Texas is a rival, yes. Missouri is just proximity, and then Ole Miss is a cool one, in my opinion.
Auburn, they say Auburn got screwed.
The Gundy. Yeah. I didn't see it, Jay. I heard about it.
I didn't watch it all. I did think it was funny when he was in there. He's like, man, is it hot in here? It seems like it's always hot in here. Yeah,
I don't think he dodged questions from what I heard.
Let me ask you this. I was talking with somebody about this. I want to know you guys' opinion. And it's for the chat, too. In this scenario with Gundy, you can save $5 million if you wait till January to do it, right? It's only $5 million. To me, that's too late because you only have one portal this year. It's January. You got to get somebody before that. So here's what I'm saying. Here's the thing. As bad as they played, they haven't played a Big 12 game. If I were them, before I got to the locker room on Friday night, I would have already fired him. And I'd have brought somebody in to motivate the players.
Well, Meacham, you could have just given it to Meacham.
No, they wouldn't have played for me.
For this year.
No, I would have brought somebody in as a motivator for the head coach to get these guys.
That's the most absurd thing I've ever heard because you don't bring – no one fires people in the middle of the year and brings someone in.
Well, you have people that aren't coaching right now that you could bring in.
Who? Name one.
Ed Orgeron.
You wouldn't know anything about the team.
Doesn't matter.
Hogwash,
dude. Pump them up. Pump them up, man. All I'm saying is they haven't played a Big 12 game yet. They could still win the Big 12.
What if they win the Big 12, as Bobby says? What if they win it?
Well,
that would be vintage OSU with Gundy.
Well, he's been bad before at the beginning of the years, but not this bad.
Hey, now Platone's saying that it's going to be released, but I think it's tomorrow, right?
Yeah, tomorrow it's going to be released. Full 9-game schedule, I believe. Yeah.
Yeah.
No, it's going to be released. Let me find you the actual tweet for it.
And I agree, Alex Golish. I mean, to me, that's a home run hire for OSU. It'd be a home run hire.
Do you think he would? If you're Alex Golish, do you take that? Or let me ask you this.
Let me ask you that.
Do you take that, or do you take Arkansas if it opens up?
Well, I guess that'd be a big.
No, I'm serious.
That's a good question. I think better chance to win at OSU.
I think I would take OSU over Arkansas.
Agreed.
I know you're in the SEC, but I think OSU would be a better job for somebody like that if he's wanting to. I mean, Arkansas is a tough job unless they're going to start really putting in the money. Like they need somebody to start putting in the money for Arkansas.
Agreed. North Texas. Kell's not doing anything. Just keep the last name Gundy.
I think James is mad. We're just talking OSU here, so we better get off it.
Why? Jay.
Yeah.
I saw something, and we can go to this because I think it's worth talking about. John Mateer. I said last night and the night before on Saturday night that if people think he hurt his Heisman chances, they're wrong. And guess what? It doesn't sound like he hurt his chances any.
No, it's too early for that.
I agree, but people are acting like his Heisman chances aren't good.
Oh,
they haven't been dwindled at all or diminished at all.
There's not many guys that Heisman chances have been doused yet. Everybody,
only if their team's got a couple losses.
Yeah, everybody's still alive right now. I mean, it's too early. The fact of the matter is, through 4 games, nobody's really played anybody. I mean,
but you could argue OU's probably played.
I'm saying there's a lot of teams that haven't, though, Jerm.
I know. What I'm saying is you could probably argue that OU's played 2 of the tougher teams as far as top 15 across the country who they played. Miami's played a couple of.
Yeah, Beck's been good. Hey, Jerm.
He wasn't great against Florida, though. He wasn't very good.
Hey, I watched Mateer on I did not know that Joey Galloway and Kirk Herbstreit had a podcast.
I didn't either.
They had Mateer on today.
Yeah.
It was a great interview. I enjoyed it. I thought they asked him some good questions. I thought it was good. He's just seems like a level-headed guy. I liked it. I enjoyed it.
Hey, yeah, I don't care if he wins a Heisman at all. I don't think he does either. Jay, why did Arbuckle flip the bird? Do you remember this during the game? I can't remember exactly what play.
Yeah, it was right after the trick play. And it didn't show who he was doing it to, but it was a double bird. But it didn't say. It was almost more, to me, I took it as not going at anybody. It was just like he was pumped up, like, let's go, like, let's freaking go. That's kind of the way I took it. And I think
I would choose other way. I would choose other ways.
Yeah, Galloway, I don't like Galloway.
He's never been on OU. He said a lot of weird things, I think.
I think that's what it is. Herbstreit, I really like.
Dylan, I said this last night, Dylan Calvert. I said it last night. Like, there are 4 or 5 sacks probably where the D-line just absolutely manhandled their O-line. And then there are some that recovered sacks or lack of Arnold just getting rid of the ball sacks.
Well, hey, back to what Dylan said. I think it's fair. I think it's fair you could say 2 things. OU's defensive backs were good in spots, and they were not good in spots. They had guys open. If they would have had a better quarterback as far as reading defenses, they could have got 2.
They had 1 touchdown they missed.
There were some times they got sacks after Arnold had it for 4 to 5 seconds. And so there were guys open in some of those. He just didn't throw the ball. But I will say, after rewatching it, the ones that just think Guillory had a horrible game, he didn't make the plays, but his coverage to be on Coleman was pretty good. I think as we watch Cam Coleman the rest of the year, we're going to see him torch some teams and think, man, maybe Guillory wasn't as bad coverage as we once thought. I just think he didn't make the plays. He didn't get his head turned around. But on some of those plays, even the fade in the end zone, I mean, that had to have been a great throw, and it was a great play by the receiver, and Guillory didn't make the play, period. He didn't make it. But there were a lot of times, though, that there were guys open, I thought, from the defense back. They didn't cover great.
And Bobby, you're right. He tackled well. Peyton Bowen had a couple of really good tackles. There was one play where Eric Singleton Jr., who I think is pretty good, caught a ball in the flat, and Cortland Guillory tripped him up by the shoestring down by his shin and probably saved at least a first down. And I believe it was a third down play. I thought there were some really good tackles. And it was also in the same breath, I can say OU may have missed more tackles in this game than they have all year combined.
Hey, you know what's crazy to me? You know what's crazy? I cannot fathom it. I don't understand it. It's a weird year. But, and let me talk for a minute. Just give me the floor for a second. Okay? It's been a weird year. Texas has been to back-to-back playoffs. I have no clue, no earthly idea why Texas is so concerned about Oklahoma. It's so weird. No, let me keep talking. It's so weird to me. And the fact that they had a On3 publication, Inside Texas, put out an article that titled OU cheated to beat Auburn. Texas, worry about yourselves. It's exhausting. Please. That was a publication from Texas. It's a joke. I don't understand. They've been to back-to-back playoffs. They're the better team than OU the last few years. Why are they so concerned about Mateer and all this stuff? It's like, worry about your own backyard, people.
Yeah, Jay, and it's also exhausting. Texas Nightmares in that same category, Jay. He's in the same category.
I don't read Texas Nightmares.
Well, I only brought it up because you brought up Texas, Jay. You did bring him up, so I'm.
By the way, you also had a podcaster from Texas. I don't know if you saw that. Did you see it?
No, you told me about it.
I mean, saying an OU media member needs to be stoned to death. What are we doing? What are we freaking doing?
It's strange, Jay. I'm not going to wait. I'm not going to waste any time. And I'll tell you right now, I only showed that comment because you brought up Texas. Trust me, everyone on here, just ignore Texas Nightmare. I mean, I've banned him 2 or 3 times. Unbelievably, he keeps coming back because he loves OU football. It is unbelievable. Texas fears Oklahoma. Chief T-Bird's right. Texas fears Oklahoma. Thanks for the super. Hey, you know what? I'm thinking I'm just going to ban him for the heck of it. Chief drops a super. I'm going to ban him again tonight. You guys dropping the supers? Yeah, I'll ban him. I'll have to keep banning him. We'll come up with another name. Go to your own channel, bro. Now, here you got Hook'em Horns, who's been great on our channel and actually bantered and talked about both teams. So I like that kind of fan.
Hey, listen, I can take Longhorn fans talking trash. That's fine.
Absolutely.
But when they're knowledgeable, it makes sense. But when they don't make any sense, it doesn't matter.
Jay was only bringing up the On3 thing from Texas.
I brought up the On3 article that Inside Texas put out that titled basically that OU has to decided to cheat to beat Auburn. I thought it was kind of weak for an On3 site to put a Texas publication to put that out as an article. In fact, they got what do they call it on Twitter when you get reprimanded? What's that called? Like,
I don't know, Jay.
They got whatever that's called. They got told that on there. I wonder what's going to happen. I can't think On3 could be very happy about it, but I don't know.
Yeah, that was strange that it was On3, Jay. Hey, we'll find out in 3 weeks. But you know, I don't want to talk about that game till after Kent State anyway. And they've got Florida in 2 weeks, Jay. And Arch Manning, we're going to see what they do about Florida. But can we, let's move on. I'm not here to talk Texas football.
Yeah. Who's winning that game, Pink? Floyd?
Lions were up 28-21, man. I like their coach.
You know what? So Ben Johnson left there. Who took over as the OC? Was it just somebody on staff? I don't even know.
I don't follow the Lions, Jay. Guys, we're going to open the phone lines right now. Let me copy the link right here. You guys check it out right here. Here's the link. Give us a holler tonight. Give us a take.
Hey, before we get to a caller, I'm going to go ahead and drop a Dalpost put in there last night. I want to play a game, he said. A new segment. Should we do it right now or wait till later in the show?
Let's do it now, Jay.
New segment. I'm going to tell you a comment from a previous live show, and you got to tell me who said it. So let's get to the callers, and then we'll do that.
We got a couple callers on the line. Let's get to Bobby first, followed by Daniel.
What's up tonight?
How are you? Doing good, man.
Good. Listen, what was I going to say? That was the cheating play or whatever they're calling it. That was just one play. If the score would have been different, say like they would have went up 7, I think we would have changed the way we approached the offense. I think we kind of I think Arbuckle played to how we were to the strengths and everything. I think if we were in more of an emergency mode, we would have kind of hustled up more. So I think we would have won either way. We had that game. That defense had that game pretty well. Don't y'all agree?
I agree, and I also say this. That was second. So they missed it. First down, second. That was a second down play. They're already in field goal range. So maybe it cost them 4 points, but they might have scored on the next play.
It cost them 4. They were behind the sticks. It was like second and 20. It cost them 4 points.
No, you cannot say it cost them 4, Jay, if it was second down. No. If it was third down, I agree with you.
I'm saying
they wouldn't have got third down.
I'm saying it would have cost them 4 instead of 7 if you said it.
It would have, but it wasn't third down is my point.
Yep. And another thing is Jackson Arnold still cannot. He cannot check the field at all. He's one check, closes his eyes, and throws the ball. So we're very fortunate that he's gone, and we have who we have.
Oh, yeah, I agree. You remember before the game, we all talked about it. That we said Venables is probably going to play a lot of. Mostly zone and maybe not even man up some guys at some point. Now that was the problem. The only time Jackson Arnold could do anything was when he knew it was man coverage and he could chunk it up. He was not going to read his zone for his life.
Yeah, and one more thing. I know everybody's probably down on number 4, but the thing about it was for a freshman, I thought going against probably the first or second best wide receiver in the whole country, I thought at certain times he did did as good as well as
he did. Coverage. He just didn't make the play, but the coverage wasn't bad.
I agree, Bobby.
He had a couple of guys.
And when I was there at the game, I thought our secondary did at least a B plus. Did you go to the Michigan
game?
Oh yeah, I was at the game. So
did you go to the Michigan game as well?
No, just to the Auburn game so far.
Rate the crowd because it sounded really loud.
Oh, it was me and my grandson. We were. Yeah, I think I finally got my voice back here tonight. It was 108 decibels, I think is what they clocked it as, and it was loud. It was really fun too. It was enjoyable. Sure was.
Good stuff, man. Good experience, I'm sure. Yeah. So that's cool, man.
Yeah, maybe I think the second best. I think the loudest ever was that years ago. The Tech, remember Texas Tech?
Oh yeah.
That was on a different plane. That was yeah. But still, you know what? And I think talking to some of the Auburn people. We have I at least try to go to 2 games a year. We're SEC this year. We've stepped it up.
I would agree. It seems like OU has stepped it up. I would agree.
Hey,
great call, Bobby. Great call.
All right. Y'all have a good night.
Hey, you too.
Let's get to Daniel.
Let's get to Daniel. What's up, Daniel?
Yeah, a few things. First off, people were down on Cortland Guillory. That's hilarious to me. You know, as a freshman corner, you're going to win some, you're going to lose some. You learn from it, but that's a different thing. But a few things for people to, I guess, talk about and think about that I wanted to mention is kind of what I alluded to at the beginning of the season, talking about the games on our schedule could be more logo than actual difficulty. Now, I'm not saying they still are, but what it's starting to look like to me, and I don't know how other people feel, is that some of the hard games at the beginning of the season are starting to look easy. And some of the easy games are starting to look hard.
Like
example being LSU is starting to look a little questionable. South Carolina is starting to look a little questionable. But Missouri, Alabama, those games are like, those could be a bit more challenging. So that's part one. And then the next kind of part is like on the O-line. You heard me mention the other day about when I've spoken to people about the gaps in the schemes and where their point of attack is. And what I want to mention with that is that if you notice that our O-line's holding up in the pass game, they understand their schemes and their points of attack better than they do the running game. Because I saw that Michigan's D-line was able to sack Dylan Raiola pretty consistently in the pass game, which is what they weren't able to do against our line. So that's another thing. And then I feel like we haven't gotten any worse, but we stayed the same. Some people may look at that as a negative, but you can take that as you may. And the last thing I'll say is that if we don't get the running game better, I'm still want to wait and see, but I'm starting to think that depending on, I don't want to think ahead, but I feel like the offense could be 1 year away if the body of work with Beatonbow doesn't improve throughout the season. I'm still giving him a little leniency because his body of work is long and he hasn't had worse offensive line than he has had good offensive lines, but those are some of the few things I've been thinking about. So, I don't know, take that as your man. I don't know what y'all think, but you can give your perspective on that.
That's good stuff, Daniel. Appreciate it, man.
I do want to ask you one. I want to ask you one thing, Daniel. I was going to ask Daniel one thing, Jay, before he leaves, about LSU. Because someone in the chat said LSU is questionable now. What's your opinion? What do you mean by that? Like the LSU
I think
game?
their defense. I thought their offense was going to be a bit more potent than it was. And if it's not,
that's what I was going to say as well.
Yes, if it's not, we have a better chance of that game not turning into a shootout. That's why I'm saying some of the harder games are looking easier and vice versa. Because I think right now, if we get into a shootout, which is going to happen, our defense is good, but even with great defenses, eventually there's going to be a certain degree of a shootout. That doesn't mean I'm not saying 50, 60 points. It could be 30 or 40 points.
Mm-hmm.
It could be 20-something points.
Kind of like Georgia, Tennessee. Kind of like Georgia, Tennessee.
Go ahead.
Kind of like Georgia, Tennessee game.
Yeah, exactly. So that's what I'm saying. I thought their offense would be a bit more potent, a bit better than what it is. But if it's not, I think that game can be a bit more doable than I initially anticipated it being. So that's what I'm saying about that. It seems a bit more likely I could see that being an easier win than, say, an Alabama or Missouri now. And people don't agree with that. That's just from looking at the games right now, present, right now. That's what I see from the most current week from the beginning of the year.
Yeah. Appreciate it, Daniel.
I agree with that. Jay, I think I'm lagging a little, but I agree with that, Jay. Michigan and Auburn are two perfect examples. Michigan and Auburn's offenses weren't just going to get shootouts against OU, and look what happened. OU's defense is going to keep them in everything.
I still think LSU is really good. Here's my thing, though. What I don't know,
their offense hasn't been great.
Well, listen, Jerm. I think we're going to find everything you want to know about LSU this week because Ole Miss can score. They're going to have to score points to beat Ole Miss, I think Ole Miss is going to score. So if they go on the road and beat Ole Miss, because the thing is, you could say they've had a really tough schedule, but at the same time, how good is Clemson? How good is Florida? I don't know yet. Maybe they're not any good. I don't know. So it's hard to tell. I always think through 3 or 4 weeks, it's hard to tell on a lot of teams. You got to start seeing multiple conference games to see how good some of these teams are. And we're going to start seeing it. But I can tell you this right now, OU going against Texas's defense and LSU's defense and some of these defenses, unless you're expecting a 17-14 game, OU's going to have to – they're going to have to make some improvements offensively and be more consistent. I think that the key thing for me is they need to be more consistent offensively. They look really good in spurts. But, so, hey, Chief, I don't think it is the same thing. I think Michigan's better than Clemson. I do. I think Clemson got beat by Syracuse. I don't think Clemson's as good as we thought they were. It's kind of being pretty obvious right now. And I think LSU barely won that game. Now I do think Clemson, I think they kind of have tanked. I don't think they're as bad as they look. I think they've just kind of either tanked or good. I don't know what's going on, but they can't be that bad. They got talent. So, hey, let me get to the segment. So I'm gonna tell you a comment, and you got to tell me which viewer, whoa, what the heck just happened?
Had to transport. I was lagging.
Did you change your shirt?
No, it's same shirt.
Oh, it looks different color, like you transported a different house.
Different lighting, Jay. Let's get on with your take.
All right, so I'm going to say take. You say who said it. So here we go. This is the first one, Dalpos. Great idea on this segment. So here we go. I'll give you a little hint. This was last year, about the time after OU got Arbuckle, Mateer. They were talking about maybe getting just kind of that time period. So this person said, hopefully Mateer is Baker Mayfield 2.0.
How is anyone going to remember that?
Well, because hang on.
Unless they said it.
Hang on. Same person said this comment. Don't drink the Kool-Aid this offseason.
Okay. I'm not sure, Jay. I think, I have a couple of names, but.
You got a guess?
Yeah, but I'm not going to say it. Hey, I saw the comment. Wasn't Corks.
Hey, I'll say this right here. It was not Corks. There's been people that are answering it that it might be one of them. I'll just say that. The person who said that is in the chat tonight. I'll give you that.
Well, I would hope they would be. I haven't seen Johnson in a while, though, Jay.
I haven't seen Johnson in a while.
Has Garrett Riley been worse than you thought? He has for me.
It was not Dalpos.
Jay, Garrett Riley's been worse.
He's been a little underwhelming, Jeremy.
Although you go look at the Syracuse game, Cade Klubnik threw for 360 yards.
There's the answer right there. Medrano. Sooner Cowboys. Those are statements from Sooner Cowboys last year. Way to go, Medrano. Get the first one, man.
Well, Sooner Cowboys asked if it was him, Jay.
No, he didn't.
Yeah, he did.
Where?
Earlier in the chat.
Really?
Yeah, earlier in the chat. Absolutely. He's putting his hand on his head. He got his hand on his head, Jay. I mean, some of the stuff I've said in the past, I wouldn't want to be remembered. I promise you that. One had to do with
some of yours.
One had to do with Jackson Arnold. Hey, Jay.
Yeah.
Chat. Four games in, right? 4 games in. Who's the surprise player for OU on offense, defense, and special teams? Special teams, it's Grayson Miller because he wasn't even going to be kicking. For me, offense, it's Satania. I'm just gonna. That's who mine is on offense.
I disagree because I thought he could get some catches. To me, now
you thought he would be leading OU in receptions?
I think I said that was one of the hot takes.
Canick for sure, yeah.
Canick would be the obvious one. Corks has the punter. But let me tell you one that's
Canick wasn't a surprise to me, though.
Let me tell you a sleeper. Michaela.
Well, yeah, we weren't expecting him to play, Jay. But
surprised. I'm surprised. And
I would say he's been a surprise. Hey.
Germ, he beat out Everett. You realize that. It was not because of the injury. He beat him out.
He didn't beat him out.
Everett lost his job before he got hurt.
He lost his job, yes.
So that means he beat him out.
He didn't beat him out in the offseason was my point.
He beat him out in real time. Yeah.
When I hear beat him out, I think that means he beat him out in the offseason. Hey, Canick, not a surprise to me. Now, Jay Not, it's been a massive surprise.
Now Guillory on defense.
On defense.
That's probably the one, although I might say Heineke too.
Yeah, Heineke's another good one.
Listen, I'll be honest with you. Heard a lot of the Heineke stuff, and you know what I thought? I'm serious. This was my exact thinking. Is this another Gavin Freeman deal with Heineke?
Well, who was the
who
was the linebacker that came in against Texas several years ago?
That should be the trivia question.
Hey, check out Sugar 66. Check out Sugar 66 918 Mother Road Market dessert shop. One of the best things around. So go check him out if you're in the 918 area. Who was that linebacker, Jay, that got torched against Texas? And I'm trying to remember who he came in for.
Well, the guy that got injured.
He came in for Stutzman, didn't he?
No, this was way before Stutzman days.
I'm not sure it was, Jay.
Yeah, this was way before Stutzman days. I want to say no, Was it Murray? Kenneth Murray?
Maybe he came in from Murray, but who's the name?
You're asking a trivia question. You don't know who you came in for.
I'll know the name, Jay.
I just remember he got actually lit up, dude. He was in the wrong spot. They were getting destroyed.
Now, Madrona says David Stone, not because he didn't think he'd be good, but because he didn't think he'd be this good. And I can agree. Like, I knew he was going to play a lot, but he's phenomenal.
Great comment here by Mark. Having a great corner and not being Eli Bowen is a surprise.
Yeah. And now you're going to get Eli Bowen back next game, Jay, and you're going to be able to rotate guys in. It's going to be special.
I think he does play against Kent State. I would say
I
yes.
do too.
Ott's got to be the biggest surprise that he's not playing.
And I've said I would love to see him get 10 carries against Kent State and get something going. That's the best thing that can happen to OU. It wasn't a Guebu.
I'm going to have to go look this up now.
I want to say war number 36 or 37, Jay. Maybe 38.
I thought it was 38.
May have been 38. You're going to look it up, Jay? One of the Surgeaholics will get it in the chat. No block, no rock. Yeah? Ott's not blocking. Ben says, Valai not teaching our corners. It wasn't Deshaun White. This guy had the same build as Owen Heineke. It's right there, I think, Jay. I think it was Mead.
Brian Mead?
That's who I'm thinking of. We may be thinking of two different guys, Jay.
It wouldn't be the first time with your trivia questions.
Did Brian Mead replace Stutzman in the Texas game?
Well, I'm not thinking Texas. I'm not thinking Stutzman. I'm thinking way back before that. I'm thinking when Mike Stoops was the D coordinator second time around. So we may be thinking totally different things, Germ. Germ would ask that. Mead was not good. Not good. Yeah, they got a lot of they were good without Thomas. And by the way, Thomas got defensive player of the week, I think, didn't he? Yeah, I try to forget those as well, Chief.
Jay, Brian Mead was 38. We were right on that.
Yeah.
He got torched. Was it the dude at Arizona State?
I don't think so, no. If it was recent, it was Mead. I was thinking it was before that.
No, I know what I was talking about, Jay. Someone said if Ott gets 10 carries, let me go to that comment, and then let me get to this comment. If Ott gets 10 carries or more and has a good game against Kent, does he get – oh, absolutely does. Absolutely does. And, in fact, you heard it here right now first. You don't need to go anywhere else. I'm wrong often, but when I'm right, it's out of the park. Hence, Jaron Canick. Hence, Kendall Daniels. Hence a lot. I mean, I can go on and on, but I've got something for you right now. Fanstop mentioned Texas package. You're going to see several plays in the two-back set against Texas. Just letting you know that.
You think?
I absolutely do.
Daniel says, I think we'd be more dangerous using carry on, and when Giovanni Gibson comes back, we need to get more height and mismatches out the outside. Yeah, I wonder how they're going to use – they've got to be using Gibson for that type of deal when he comes back. And
here's my thing about carry on. Slow. Doesn't seem like he's got any speed.
Well, let me ask you this. Say Gibson comes back and he starts against Kent State. What does that do? That moves – think that moves Satania to the bench when you go three wide?
You can't. No, you can't.
So you're going to go 4 wide and not play Canick?
It may move Keontae to the bench some.
Keontae's a receiver, but
yeah, I mean, I do hope it moves Burks. Maybe Burks and Satania just rotate a lot, but to me, Satania's been better than Lewis, Jay. Jay,
still a man.
Jay, Satania's gone down the field more than Lewis.
Satania's been than Lewis. He's caught more balls and stuff.
To me, Lewis would be the guy.
Hey, I don't know. We'll see. Hey, I will listen, Steeler man. I will never pick Dallas to go to the Super Bowl until they actually go to the Super Bowl. I haven't given up as a fan. I'm still a fan, but what they're doing, I just can't. I can't pick them. They're not any good. Their defense stinks. They run a freaking end around to CeeDee Lamb and they get him injured. What are we doing? I mean, throw the ball down the field to him. Jeez.
Man, all that Texas talk, I think Texas Nightmare left on his own, Jay. Maybe he was embarrassed by on three.
Did you not ban him?
I didn't have to. He just left on his own.
Surgeaholics ran him out.
Surgeaholics ran him out, man.
Brent says OU corners need to learn how to look for the ball. They always have their back. Yeah, that's something that has to be better. Yeah,
Hey.
he did. This is true. 918. He did like to throw to him.
But I'm still confused, Jay. That was literally like the second half against the game before last, was it not?
Yeah, they just didn't throw him to him much this last week.
He caught one big play. I think it was a third down or a second down for about 15 yards. But I think it's too early to say, well, he got lit up, so they're not looking for him anymore. I think Satania's just open a lot.
Well, I think what he's saying is like maybe you don't want to bench Lewis because they might have a connection. I don't know. I mean, we'll see what Ben Arbuckle does. We'll see what Ben Arbuckle does. I'll tell you a guy you can't pull off the field, though.
Canick.
You can't pull him off. He's a mismatch. He's an absolute mismatch.
Nightmare. Mismatch.
Now,
nightmare.
I do think out of all the games they've played so far, when I rewatched it, I did think they were trying to let their tight ends block a little bit more. And I'm thinking, no, you can't have Canick going up against a DN. That's not his game.
Hey,
Canick is the best player on the team about finding the zones. He's the best, probably has the best hands on the team, maybe. And he might be the best when he catches the ball. That's crazy to say, Jerm. But
who?
Canick.
Yeah, he fumbled one this year, but that's it. Hey, I don't know if Chief's talking about Satania or Canick here, but one thing that I think is hilarious, the people that say, Satania and this, I mean, he had 9 catches, 127 yards, I think. And people want to talk about the play that got overturned, that wasn't a fumble, that was an incomplete pass. Not one person in this entire show for 3 days has said anything about Satania's catch where he got clocked on a deep ball and held on to it.
Yeah, he made a good catch there.
Not one person's mentioned it.
Well, I mean,
people want to talk about the incomplete ball, but they don't want to talk about the ball he caught where he got clocked.
Which incomplete ball?
The incomplete pass that was first rule to fumble.
Well, I don't know why anybody's still talking about that play.
But no one wants to give Satania credit for getting clocked and holding on the ball. It's weird to me. Three days after a game and not one person brought that play up.
Well, you just did, Jerm. Why haven't you brought it up before?
Oh, I have. Ask Hunter.
I don't remember.
I've been arguing with Hunter about it.
I don't remember. Well, not on the live show you haven't.
Maybe because I argued with Hunter all day about it.
Daniel says, I've never seen a wide receiver coach with an almost non-existent rotation. It is kind of different. Like they don't rotate hardly at all.
They don't, Jay. I think what Mez said about Keontez Lewis and Giovanni rotating, that's where I would go with. That's what I would do. I agree. Emmett Jones, DeMarco Murray, Joe John haven't really shown their worth in recruiting, in developing, and personnel decisions on game day. It's not been good, Jay.
Yeah, that was going to be interesting if they would have kept that and not overturned it. OU'd have been down 7-0. OU trailed for the first time this year, 17-16. That's the first time they trailed all year.
They answered immediately with a gamer of a quarterback.
They answered immediately. It was good to see. And I think one thing we can say after 4 games, special teams looks to be a lot better than last year.
Yeah, the first game it looked ugly, Jay.
Well, you had the muff punt. And
we had Tate Sandell missed the kick.
But for the most part, it's been pretty good.
Fanstop at thefanstop.com. Sign up for the Shirt of the Month Club. Use code SURGE to get 10% off. Here we go. We got callers. I think Corks is wanting to call in.
DeMarco, OU Rhino says, needs to be gone. Michigan game was awful. As far as special teams, it was. The Michigan game was bad. You're right. I guess maybe it hasn't been as good as I thought. Who do you go get if you get rid of? I think people are saying, listen, I'm not. It's 4 games in. I'm not talking about getting rid of anybody.
Yeah, and like I've said, if OU makes the playoff, they're not firing anyone. Why would you?
Why we're talking about getting rid of anybody? They're 4-0. Hey, what's up, Corks? How are you?
Hey, I got kind of cut off early last night by family. What I was getting at about the folks not in disc is that Greg God had shown a pic where Satania's butt was actually on the ground.
Uh-huh.
So it was like we didn't cheat. But then Eric today showed clips of he was bobbling it, so he may have cheated. So I'm still glad that we did cheat. But if we didn't cheat, then they cheated us because Satania was down. So that means that we should have had the ball placed there. So either way, we kind of cheated somehow, and I love it.
Cheaters
And
I figured you would love it.
yeah, man. I mean, we've been cheated for 40 years. I don't mind us cheating. And in case y'all don't know, you remember the 06 Oregon one, right? Y'all think that's the worst ever we had?
Yeah.
I don't. The worst ever we had was 84 Texas. If y'all have never seen, if y'all don't know about it, we sacked our QB, recovered a fumble. The refs gave it back to Texas, saying we didn't recover it. Then they gave them a first down when they were short, and then obviously the pick we had in the end zone that they said was out of bounds, and it led all that to Texas tying, I think. And then I forget the old coach, was that Akers? Green Acres over there.
Green Acres is the
with
place
that little
to be.
grin that he had at Switzer, and then Switzer run out there to the refs.
Hey,
I mean,
Corks, did you watch SEC Nation Saturday morning?
I don't watch any of that stuff. I only watch OU pods.
No, the reason I asked is they had Switzer on there. It was gold. You need to watch the little interview with Switzer.
Well, Switzer,
he's awesome. His interview.
He is
So good.
But I mean, 05 Texas Tech. Y'all remember that one?
Oh yeah, was that the fourth down play?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. 07 Colorado. Does anybody remember that?
Was that
Are you talking about OU Colorado or Colorado Nebraska?
Yeah, OU Colorado.
Was that the fifth down was Colorado Nebraska, wasn't it?
No, that's Colorado. That was Missouri,
Missouri.
Yeah, no, the 07 game against Colorado, we picked the ball off, but they said that he didn't catch it; it hit the ground, so Colorado got the walk off with a field goal win.
I remember that.
There's been some bad ones. There's been some bad ones.
We've had a lot of really bad ones over time. So when we do it, I'm proud. Oh, we do it more.
I love it, Corks. Love it.
Love it, man.
But hey, seriously though, because y'all know I'm one of the big doomers, and I still think we have a lot of. I know a lot don't agree with me. I think Beat 'em Both needs to move on, but I do love the team's physicality, which is what BV has been preaching for 4 years. They finally have it.
Yeah,
it kind of looks like our teams from the mid 2000s where we were just mean, nasty brutes, but we need more of it on the O-line and the running game to me. But I mean, I love running the football. That's why I wanted Craddock. I love 12 personnel. I just love smash mouth style and then pop a surprise play action bomb.
Mm-hmm.
But I do like what Arbuckle's doing, even if it isn't pretty and we can't run. It seems like it gives our defense rest and we can move the chains to get better field position. So I like it so far. And Brent, other than those stupid timeouts at the first half trying to get the ball back, I guess, I don't know. Other than that, his game management's been
good.
I'd say an A this year.
I would agree. Hey, Corey.
But still, I want BB fired, please. DeMarco fired. Emma Jones fired. And definitely JJF. Boomer sooner.
See you, Corks.
Hey, Jay.
Hey, the answer to this question is DJ Durkin.
DJ Durkin, yeah. And Ron, that was one I was thinking of, was the Stansberry interception. Hey, Jay, I've got to bring something up about DeMarco Murray. And Daniel will probably know the answer to this. Someone brought up Miguel Chavis. You know, you see Miguel Chavis over on the sideline. He's chest bumping. He's in BV's ear. And I don't know any of these guys, Jay. I'm not friends with any of them. I'm a fan. I watch it on television. But to me, and maybe Daniel can attest to this or disagree with it, DeMarco Murray seems too stoic to me.
Robotic?
Stoic. And when I say that, there are guys who can be stoic and have great success. But I think guys who are stoic, who have great success, have kind of had to earn that. Like they've had success and people are okay with their stoicism, if that's a word, okay?
Hey,
and maybe I'm way off on this. Maybe he's not very stoic. Like, I love what Chavis and those guys are doing with the energy. And to me, it just seems like Murray is just straight and narrow, and you're going to do it this way. You're not going to veer off my path at all. And I may be 1,000,000% wrong. And that could be why Ott has had some struggles, is maybe he's tried to do same things his way. And I'm not telling DeMarco Murray how to do something at all.
and I think specifically, Chief, Germ's talking about game day, not practice. I think he's one thing I was going to get to. I saw Daniel about the running schemes. I agree. I know it's not this way, but does it sometimes seem to you like, oh, we better run it? We haven't ran it in a while. Let's just hand it off up the middle. It doesn't seem like there's a whole lot of like.
Jay, I mentioned two backs. Jay, I mentioned two backs earlier. You know what I would love to see OU do? And Corks kind of brought it up. I would love to see OU with Mateer under center and just play action to the running back and take a shot, or bootleg out of play action from behind center. Surely they're going to do that once or twice.
Well, I heard this on the radio today. The O-line gave up the one sack. For pass pro, the O-line did pretty dang good. They've been pretty good in pass pro all year. But this guy was saying, I can't remember who it was, saying that maybe it might have been Jerry O talking about Mateer kind of puts some of those O-linemen, and Jerry O played O-line. He said sometimes he puts some of those tackles in a tough situation because he drops so far back that if you're a tackle pushing a guy outside,
that's when he's got to step up in the pocket.
You're kind of leading them to a sack when you're really doing your job. And so sometimes he drifts kind of in the pocket a little bit. So I thought that was a good point by Jerry O. The other thing, tell me if I'm wrong, Jerm. You listen to Sports Animal, don't you?
I haven't been able to.
Do you know what most of the morning animals look like as physically?
Yes.
Was DJ Durkin actually Curtis Fitzpatrick?
He does look like him, Jay.
I kept thinking Curtis. I mean, they kept showing him. I'm thinking, have you ever seen them show a DC so much? The camera just kept showing DJ
They showed
Durkin.
him a lot.
I'm like, who's this guy?
I agree with Ron. If the running game gets going, it's going to open up deep balls more. Middle of the field's already wide open. It's just going to be more open because linebackers are going to have to come up.
Hey,
you're right, Chief. You're right, Chief. O-line has not been pushing guys off. I don't think it's because they're not strong enough. They just haven't been. I don't know what the answer is.
Yeah, but don't you think it's weird to me because it doesn't look like they're trying to push anybody off the ball in the running game. It's a weird deal.
Madrano, I'm going to disagree a little because I've been watching. There haven't been a lot of holes. I think Torrey Blaylock missed one last week where he could have kind of transitioned to the backside. But like, if you think there's been holes, I haven't seen many. And that's the thing. What Gabe said about Canick, Jay, is true.
I agree. That's what I was saying earlier.
The problem is if Canick's in, you can't really run the ball very well.
No, but to me, if you're going to have Canick be now here's what I would say. If you want Canick to be a tight end blocker, then you have to use him the way they used him on that pull with Michigan when he went and hit the linebacker, like out of the backfield, almost like a fullback. Or
Jason, I would love to.
You can't have him lined up on the line. He's got to be in motion and moving.
They've done I formation once this year, and Canick was the fullback.
Yeah,
can you imagine if you fake the handoff there, bootleg, and send Canick out? I mean, they could do some things with that.
You could do it if he's going up against a linebacker. You can't line him up on the edge against a
No, you can't.
These SEC defensive ends, are you kidding me? Like
yeah,
that,
they're unreal.
You're not going to be able to win that battle.
Man, Jay, this is kind of hey, Daniel, if they're waiting for that, they're going to be waiting all year, it seems like, because they've been waiting for 4 years and he's still not doing it.
And Chief, you're right. He's almost like a slot receiver.
The mighty good one, too.
Yeah.
Chief, they're absolutely precious moments, okay?
Oh, my gosh. You have precious moments in your house?
And there's some Boyd's Bears that my mom used to have. Remember, Mom, we had Boyd's Bears, Jay?
Yeah.
Actually, we got those. My wife got those. But
Hey, one thing I want to say, we have not talked about it. Let's end the show with this. What are your thoughts? We didn't see a return, but I thought it was very odd. Jacob Jordan as the kickoff returner?
Well, Jaden Ott wasn't playing, Jay.
You don't have Thomas or anybody back there? You're going to put Jacob. Do you think he's the best guy to be back there? I don't see him as a kick returner. Do you?
I think they trust him, Jay. It's a trust factor.
But what about like Elijah Thomas?
Is Elijah Thomas a kick returner though?
Oh, I think he'd be pretty good at it, Jern.
Well, there's other guys too. I mean, you could put out there. I'm not sure.
I just thought it was a little odd when I saw him catching the ball back there. I'm thinking he just doesn't seem like a returner.
I'm not going to say I wasn't shocked.
And I may be totally wrong. Maybe he's really good at it. I'm just saying. Yeah. What about Tatum?
I would love to see Tatum.
Well,
Give Tatum
may not be able to hold on the ball though.
Correct. Jay, this has kind of been like the days when OU wasn't playing. They were weeks away, but we still.
Back to those days, man. Back to those days.
55 minutes, and you guys carried it in the chat. Chief T-Bird, thanks for the super tonight. Appreciate you so much. Appreciate everyone in the chat. Keeps this thing rolling and lively every single night. Check out the Discord if you're not in it. Get in it.
Hey, where are you in the kitchen or where?
I'm in the kind of the dining room area.
Kind of weird because it's almost like when you moved in there, it's almost like fireside chats with Jeremy.
Oh, there hasn't been anything to get me amped up tonight, Jay.
What it just
I can get amped up in a heartbeat. You want me to get amped up? I'll get amped up.
No, I don't want you to. I'm just saying it just kind of felt like we changed this little fireside chat with Jeremy.
Hey, appreciate it. Hit the like, subscribe to the channel. We will see you guys tomorrow night in our usual 9:30 spot. Thanks for watching. Have a terrific Tuesday.
The Surgeaholics know the trigger words.
Oh, yeah.
It's great.